world tonight. I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Chris Reed. I am the president and co-founder of 7 Minute Workout. And I'd like to start just by asking where everybody's from. If you could use the text chat there. I'd love to see, just judging from the flags here, I could see that we have a very international call tonight, which is just fantastic. I see the Americans putting in their state symbols there. You might have to be more specific, you guys, because we have people from all over the world tonight. Some of them might not get the full meaning there with the abbreviations, but Delaware, great. New Zealand, oh, good old Ron. Finland, I see, excellent. Look at all that. Well, we've got a very, very international call coming tonight, and I just want to kind of start by letting you know that Joel and I have known each other for about 34 years when we were in the same kindergarten class, and Joel is the CEO and founder of 7 Minute Workout, and he'll be coming on shortly to give a little insight into what our program is all about. But if you don't mind, just let me start by telling you that it was about a year ago that Joel approached me about the concept of bringing our workout program online. Now, of course, we wanted to appeal to the masses, not just people with athletic backgrounds. So we called on our experience, mine as a martial art instructor and Joel's as a former personal trainer, and collaborated to create programs for people right from beginners who have never exercised in their lives to the program that I used to win the 2004 World Taekwondo Championships, and everything in between. In fact, the program I still use to this day is one of the programs within our site. Joel introduced the program, the training method, to me when we were in high school, and he used the program to become a rising star in the world of natural bodybuilding until his career was sidetracked by a health issue that he's going to explain to you a little later into the call. But even after recovering from illness, starting and growing his own internet company and building it into a $20 million a year business, marrying, raising 3 kids, he's always had time to follow the program because it was only a very short time commitment. And, well, I mean, you'll get a chance to see how Joel looks now at 39 years old. And keep in mind, neither of us have grown our business careers as personal trainers. We are not celebrity trainers. I am a 39-year-old active father of 2 young kids running a business with teams all over the world. Joel is a 39-year-old CEO of a company with over 100 employees, and he's an active father of 3. We're like you. We're busy. And finding time to train when it's not your job is tough. A lot of trainers would not understand. But as you'll see over the next little while, we do understand. And we have created a system that literally anyone can do. So we're all here tonight for one reason. Without further ado, I'll turn over the call to my good friend, CEO and founder of 7 Minute Workout, Mr. Joel Therrien. Joel?
Well, thank you very much, Chris. I really appreciate that. I'm going to turn off the text chat for now, folks, because I find it very, very difficult to multitask. I'm just going to ask one thing quickly. Put a Y in the text chat. Am I coming through okay for everybody? I'm not too loud. Am I just perfect? Coming through okay? Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to turn off the text chat, like I said, just because it gets a little bit busy. I want to say hi to all of you and a lot of personal friends in the room here tonight. Rodney, Keith, Foy, many of you. Welcome to the 7 Minute Workout family. So the reason you're here tonight is we're putting out a brand new program, and we want to share this program with you and explain to you why it's such a very, very unique opportunity. So welcome to the call. We're going to give you tons and tons of great education tonight. So at the very least, even if you walk away here today after, you're going to be educated on why training only 7 minutes a day, 3 times per week is the optimal amount of training that you could do and all you would ever need to do to get in the best shape of your life, okay? And as bold as that sounds, when we show you the simple science tonight, you're absolutely going to love it, okay? So, welcome to the ground floor call of 7minuteworkout.com. What we're going to do is we're going to take you through some stuff. So just to give you a little bit about my background, my name is Joel Therrien. I'm president and CEO of 7minuteworkout.com, as well as Global Virtual Opportunities and a GVO conference. So it's a real pleasure to be here with you tonight. We're going to share some really great information with you, and you could not be at a better place at a better time, okay, based on just pure statistics. So Just a little bit about me. I attended Concordia University in Montreal, Canada, studied exercise physiology with a specialization in cardiac rehab. Okay, I was a top-level natural bodybuilder, placing 6th in world competition, and actually one of my training partners is in the room tonight when I did my first competition at 16 years old, before my world came crashing down, literally. As Chris mentioned earlier, I ended up with some severe health issues. So I want to just show you this picture. This is a picture of me when I was 27 years old, 6 weeks out from about to compete in a competition in Florida. I'm originally from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Then 4 months later is a picture of me on the right with my daughter Livia. Needless to say, I never competed in that show. So on the left, I was about 240 pounds, lean and muscular, and then the following, I would drop down to 165 pounds. And what happened is I got severe aspartame poisoning. I remember waking up one day slightly dizzy, getting ready for that competition. Long story short, folks, not to scare you, you want to stay away from diet soft drinks. I was driving home and I became so confused I couldn't remember how to get home. I could barely remember my own name, and I remember calling my wife on the phone in tears because I said, I don't remember how to get home. I know I've done it a million times, but I just don't remember how to get home. So it was a very, 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 scary time. I thought I was having a stroke, but it turned out to be aspartame poisoning. So that was me at 27 years old, and a lot of people back then used to say, hey Joel, you're just in great shape because you're 27 years old. Well, here was a picture of me taken. Now, it's a little bit of a lie. I put in there at 39 years old. I'll actually be 39 July 7th of this year. So what we're going to show you tonight, again, at the very, very least, is a system that will allow you to stay in the best shape of your life, training only 7 minutes a day, 3 times per week. How do I know? Because it's exactly how I train today and how I've trained my whole athletic career, okay? So I had the aspartame, and I also had lead poisoning. So just coming back, just giving you a little bit more of my background, folks. All those little white spots are lesions on my brain. That's why I became so confused at the time. And I still suffer today with possible multiple sclerosis symptoms, although I don't really think I have it. But that's what happened. My world came crashing down. I didn't want to become a statistic, and that's how I got on the internet. I started surfing the internet to figure out what was wrong with me, and that's how I was able to build an internet business. Once I found out I had the lead poisoning, I started doing chelation therapy and the aspartame poisoning. Chelation therapy is just a therapy to help get that type of stuff out of your system. I started becoming more energetic and more having more vitality again. And what brings us to the reason why we're launching 7 Minute Workout. Okay? So why am I sharing this personal information with you? Is the challenge has brought me to the internet, and I'm a big believer, folks, God works in very mysterious ways. Even though I was competing as a natural athlete, I was still only making about maybe $30,000 to $45,000 a year. I didn't want to be a statistic. When I got very, very sick, I didn't want to start living off of Social Security. And now that I'm feeling better, I'm ready to share my true passion with you, and I'm going to show you how you can get in the best shape of your life, training only 7 minutes a day, 3 times per week, and what creates a very, very cool home-based business opportunity for you. So here's what I want to talk to you about. We're going public with this website very, very soon, okay? Our consumer-only website is going to be out, and quite frankly, what we're looking for right now are business builders, people who are interested in making an income from the comfort of home, okay? Now, there's some people in this room who are members already, so welcome to being here. But what I'm going to show you is a unique opportunity based on facts, okay? Not based on hype. I'm not a hype individual, okay? Our other companies are run through a lot of home-based business people. We've been online for 12 years, okay? We've been online for 12 years because we don't base things on hype. We base it on true sustainable income from home, and that's why we've been able to do that. Quick Y in the text chat, how many people have been affiliates of GVO or GVO Conference and indeed seen some success working from the comfort of home? Just put a Y in the text chat. I know there's a lot of you in this room who work from home, and it's a great, great, great place to be. So we're going to show you great information, awesome information on how you can work from home. And the reason why it's so exciting now, guys, is the internet has changed everything. Everything, okay? There are 235 people from every corner of the globe in this room. Do you think we could get 235 people to a hotel for a conference on a moment's notice from every corner of the globe in less than, well, let's say we sent out an email, what, maybe 7 or 8 hours ago? It wasn't possible. So what we're going to do is I want to focus with you on some of the biggest competitors in the fitness and weight loss industry, Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig. I'm going to show you how the internet has made everything just so simple today, okay? So let's first look at Jenny Craig. They're way behind the times right now, in my humble opinion. The reason they are is they're still selling franchises when most people are turning towards the internet for health and social support, okay? The cost to get a Jenny Craig Weight Watchers franchise today is anywhere from between $220,000 and $440,000 just to get started, okay? And they're behind the times because they're not recognizing that the internet is allowing people to get in the best shape of their lives from home and using the internet as social support, okay? So we'll move forward a bit, and here's some really interesting stuff. So the startup cost, as I mentioned on Jenny Craig, right here, I'm just going to circle some of this stuff or underline it, between $160,000 to $440,000 per year. Okay? Average workday for an owner when you get started is going to be easily 10 to 16 hours a day. Okay? And your marketplace is just the local market. That's it. That's all, right? You buy the franchise rights for a certain area. Okay? So let's continue to move forward and talk to you a little bit more about Weight Watchers. Okay? Weight Watchers is a little more ahead of the times right now. They're currently spending millions and even possibly billions of dollars right now trying to break contracts and buy back all of their conventional franchises, okay? They've gone back to all the people that bought franchises for their local area in a retail storefront setting, and they're trying to buy those back, okay? And it's creating tremendous distribution conflicts between franchise owners and Weight Watchers corporate. Can anybody explain to me, or just give me a little guess, I'll open up the text chat again, on why they're doing that and what the distribution conflict is right now? Just open up the text chat for you. Can anybody guess what that distribution conflict is? The internet. Exactly, Claire. Money and the internet. That's what's creating huge, huge conflicts right now, okay? So Weight Watchers, you guys have probably all seen the commercials. Weight Watchers is trying to move their whole business online, bypassing franchise owners altogether, and you've probably seen all the commercials for Weight Watchers online right now. Weight Watchers is spending millions, if not billions of dollars for the freedom to operate online the way you can for $149. And we're going to show you that later in the presentation, okay? They understand that what we're explaining to you now. Everybody is starting to get in shape from home, and here's where we're better than Weight Watchers, guys. Don't let anybody fool you. Diets fail. Our system does not, and exercise doesn't. But how many people in this room traditionally hate exercise, have never liked it, don't stick to it, hate it completely, and go, I just don't like it, I don't want to do it? Put a Y in the text chat if you share those thoughts about exercise. We're going to show you tonight how our unique, very, very unique system, very unique, will get you to actually love exercise. Now, I know that sounds quirky, right? How could you get me from being someone who traditionally doesn't like exercise to somebody that does? It's based on biochemical reactions in the brain. Every biochemical reaction creates a certain outlet set in your brain, whether it's hate or dislike or depression or joy, okay? So let's continue to move forward, and I'm going to teach you that as well. So our game plan, because there's the distribution conflicts with Weight Watchers, and quite frankly, Jenny Craig is behind the times. People don't need franchises anymore. We're going to show you how we can bring a giant like Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig to their knees. The timing is impeccable, and it's right now. Now, for those of you who don't think it's possible to bring a Fortune 500 company to their knees, I want you to look at the battle that went on between Blockbuster and Netflix. Blockbuster was one of the largest places where you could go and rent movies, right? They had tremendous overhead with thousands of retail storefronts all over North America. Along came Netflix, one location, download your movies for only $8.97 per month, and they put Blockbuster on their knees. Why? Consolidation. That's exactly what Weight Watchers is trying to do now. They're trying to consolidate their expenses and move exclusively to the internet. The timing could not be better, guys. As an entrepreneur, you just got to think about how this. So what we're going to do, what can you expect to accomplish and to learn from this call? Well, now is the time to join us with 7-Minute Workout, and there has never been, I know this sounds hypey, but there's never been a better place and time in the marketplace than right now because of those distribution conflicts and the way the internet is revolutionizing social support and the industry, the fitness industry as a whole, okay? So what can you expect to learn at 7-Minute Workout? Well, it's a very simple system. It's a comprehensive yet easy to follow exercise and weight loss program. Now, some people may not need to lose weight. It also helps you build muscle and do everything that you do. And it's a program that's easy to stick to, that provides easy lifestyle changes that is sustainable. And it's not a diet program, and we're going to show you that back end, okay? So what we're going to do, the key to your success, guys, is education. We will educate you through videos, live webcasts like this one, and I guarantee you're going to love it because it's an easy to follow system and you will become your own fitness expert. Now, why do we want people to become experts? Like I said, frankly, we're looking for business builders. The more we can educate you, the more you can educate others and duplicate that process and help us eliminate sedentary diseases like diabetes off this planet and obesity, okay? And we're going to show you that tonight, I promise. So, like I said, help us eliminate obesity and diabetes through word of mouth and proper education. The key is proper education. We will turn you over the next 4 to 6 weeks into absolute fitness experts. Now, there's some people in this room who are part of our beta testing program before we opened it up to the general public. How many of the beta testers are in the room now? Just put another Y for me in the text chat, and maybe I'll bring just one of you up to the mic to, you know, wow, there's so many, I don't know who to choose. I don't know who to choose. Wow, okay. Well, let me turn the text chat back off for now. And, okay, I'm going to bring up a familiar face. You're all very familiar to me. But Claire, just maybe 30 seconds, because you've been part of our beta testing group for the past 3 or 4 months. Let us know what, because you, and I want to ask Claire, because Claire already knew a lot about health and fitness, and it's absolutely changed her life. Claire, do you mind coming up to the mic and just sharing your experience over the, maybe just for a minute or so on how easy this program is and how much it's educated you, if you don't mind?
Thanks, Joel. Just let me, is my mic okay? Can you hear me? It doesn't look like it's modulating very well. Okay, thank you very much, Joel. Yes, I was a member. I joined the first day. It was for beta test on March 12th. I'm a web designer and I sit at the computer most of the time. For the last 5 years, I have been sitting at the computer, getting more and more out of shape as time went by. And I joined the gym and I tried to do exercise programs and I just hated them. I hated going to the gym. I hated the exercise. And then Joel started the 7-minute workout. And within a month, I was already noticing improvement in tone, muscle tone. And today I'm in really, really good shape. I've got about another 5 pounds to lose and some more muscles to tone up. And I'm just going to keep at it. Every other day, 7 minutes is easy to do. Thanks, Joel.
Thank you very much, Claire. Next person I want to bring up just quickly is Melissa, okay? Melissa was your typical individual who's still on the journey, who had a hard time, who hated exercise, had a hard time and was overweight most of her life, and of course she's still on that journey now. Melissa, do you want to come up to the mic and just share a little bit of your story of, here's the key, folks. She loves it now. She absolutely loves it. Melissa, are you there? And do you mind coming up? Awesome. Okay, just come up, share your experiences with us, and of course, you're still on that journey, but we know you're going to reach it.
Good evening, everyone. So like Joel said, I come from a different background. I haven't come from being a world champion like Chris or a national bodybuilder like Joel. Like many of you, I have struggled with my weight for most of my life, and I have not enjoyed exercise. I've failed at many fad diets and gone up and down in my weight for so long, but then I found 7-Minute Workout, and you do absolutely love your exercise program. It is amazing, and the support, social support and community that we have inside 7-Minute Workout is one of a kind and definitely keeps you inspired and motivated to achieving your fitness and financial goals.
Thank you very, very much for that, Melissa. So guys, in the interest of time, we'll keep moving forward. Just to show you another quick person, this is Mike Reed. I don't know if Mike's in the room tonight, but he joined as one of our beta testers as well on March 12th, and he's lost over 60 pounds now. Mike, again, is another individual who traditionally didn't like exercise, and look at the dramatic differences in Mike's face, folks. It's just unbelievable. And again, he's still on his journey as well, but he's absolutely loving the program, okay? So how many people in this room really want to understand the science behind why only 7, think about it, guys. You start your exercise program, and by the time you don't like it anymore, if that's even possible, you're done. The exercise is done for the day. So before we do that, I'm going to turn it over to Chris for a moment, but how many people really want to learn more on how the simple physiology between exercising only 7 minutes a day, why it's so dramatic and why it works when you exercise in a specific fashion, okay? That's what we're going to share with you in about 15 to 20 minutes from now, okay? And it's really awesome. Trust me. It's really awesome. There's so many people that say, "Oh my gosh, Joel, Chris and Joel, you guys are so dedicated. I've never been able to stick to things. You're so I'm not dedicated. I'm actually kind of lazy. I just understand the process, and we're going to share that process with you guys, okay? Chris, back over to you to talk a little bit more about changing your health, but also changing your wealth and lifestyle. And quite frankly, folks, why you're on this call right now. Chris, over to you.
Thank you, Joel and Melissa and Claire. That was great information so far. Joel, I'm going to get you to the next slide. You're perfect where you are. Thank you. So how is this a business opportunity? Our approach towards health and fitness is not the only difference between us and the rest of the fitness programs out there. With 7-Minute Workout, there is no company and client. It's just us. We come together to make one solid, unbreakable, strong unit. Now we have a compensation plan, and it's not just there to grow this business. We have access to people who want to help us market this program directly to consumers, which is traditional in fitness. We pay TV and ad executives for ads, then encourage our members to give free word-of-mouth referrals, and don't share any of the money with the people who are telling their friends about their great new workout program. And now we will eventually move into the consumer phase, and we certainly will have some direct marketing down the line. We have infomercials in the development stage right now, and people will talk, and we will benefit from word-of-mouth advertising without question. But we know the value and the need for a team of committed people within the program who benefit the same way the company benefits, and that's good karma and a good bottom line. So beyond all that, I said our compensation plan is not just in place to grow the business. So why else do we have it? we have come to some profound realizations when analyzing the failures of the fitness industry. I mean, what is with obesity and why hasn't it been stopped? Joel, if I can get you to go to the next slide, please. I'm just, yeah, thanks. Let's get to the root of the problem. Is it a lack of discipline or is it something else? And I say it is not a lack of discipline. All too often, it's a lack of prospects. It's a lack of any shining light at the end of the tunnel. It's the lack of opportunity. So to give up the one thing that makes a person feel good, whether it be smoking or drinking or eating, is virtually pointless to suggest, because the person hearing it thinks, yeah, I'm going to give up the one thing that I like. To be left with what? Nothing, just like now, but I will have the health needed to best soak up the misery. So when someone tells us that food is what they enjoy most out of life, how can we just tell them to change? To some, life is not worth living without the things that they enjoy. So no wonder the threat of illness, or even, and I don't want to get too deep into this, but even the threat of death does not seem to have an effect. So we have the answer. Here is a prospect. Here is a shining light, and what do you give up? Nothing. We just add. We add 7 minutes 3 times per week. We know about what you eat. We know. I mean, you know too. And that's what is really important. You know. So let's leave it for now and make the second item we're going to address become feeling good. We need to address why life feels like it's not worth living without the foods that you love. So Joel, if you can get to the next slide, please. We know the root of unhappiness, what the root of unhappiness often is. Okay? It's the same thing that's listed as the #1 cause of stress, the #1 cause of marital disputes, the #1 cause of crime. It's money. It's money and the quest for it while enduring the lack of it. Economic and professional prospects look bleak. There's nothing to draw on when looking for motivation to make change. We know how bad it feels to have no money. Okay? People have now proven there is a relationship between economic status and health and obesity. And no, it's not just people who are literally living below the poverty line who suffer from diet-related issues. It's people who are not happy about their economic status. So let's get out the root of the bleak let's get to the root of the bleak outlook we have on current prospects that prevent us from giving up the one perceived good thing in a day that's actually hurting us. Let's try to do something with our jobs. How about a new career? Better yet, how about a new career running your own business? How about we look at diet? After 3 weeks, we'll eventually look at diet. We can't ignore it forever. But why don't we do it this way? Why don't we have a look at diet after 3 weeks of following our workout program and promoting the program as a business of your own? Maybe it's time to address diet after 3 weeks of working out and 3 direct referrals. How's that for a glimmer of light? You've stuck to a program for 3 weeks. You've started a new business and you have 3 customers. Now, when you ask why you should leave the ice cream in the freezer tonight, you'll have the answers. You will need to overcome your urges. How about the feeling when you make a little extra money? Deal with diet from an emotional high point by dealing with the source of what brings you down. Too many fitness programs make their money selling hope. Too many fitness programs do it that way. You can always rely on that fact. If you followed the program, you would have lost weight, but you didn't. They put the blame on you and just keep taking your money. Our program provides fitness training, live classes, social support, which is not what you often find in most fitness programs. It's just a handoff. You buy a gym membership, there it is, go use it. Here's a video, there it is, go use it. If you can't do it, it means you failed. You can't do it, you failed. We offer professional support and solution to key obstacles when facing difficult life changes. That is why we can guarantee success. We not only offer the dream, We offer the guidance and we resolve the underlying issues that make permanent life changes less appealing. What if you could feel better, feel stronger, have some money to enjoy the things you like, have the sense of pride that can only come from owning your own business, know that your business is promoting something that is truly valuable and effective? You will be a product of the product and then will be locked in for success because studies have proven people are more effective promoting something they truly believe in and use themselves. The positive energy is what will give you the power to just go to bed before the donuts or to not even buy the bag of chips that go along with your weekend leisure activities. It all works together, and that's why we feel so strongly about offering this program as a business opportunity as well as a fitness program. We seriously, I mean, we literally want to turn lives around. Joel, if you could move to the next slide, bud, please. I mean, we want to eliminate obesity, okay? And we are serious. It's not just a catchphrase or a tagline. I mean, who would say that they are pro-obesity, right? So it's a pretty empty statement. Like, yeah, we want to eliminate obesity. Sign on the dotted line, send me your money. I mean, geez, I mean, there's nothing to back up so much that's out in that world today. So many of the cliche blanket statements that are littering the airwaves. The difference is that we're going on an attack against obesity. Okay? Maybe it's my martial art background, but this is how we deal with problems. We attack, and not just random attacks, but attacks at the vital spots, the points that will do maximum damage to our enemy. And our enemy is obesity. And obesity feeds off negative self-esteem. It feeds off poverty. It feeds off financial crisis. The pressure that is driving obesity is at an epidemic rate. We need to hit it where it hurts most. We need to remove the pressure. Slogans won't do it. Saying it won't do it. Action, and only action will do it. So today, I ask you to join us to make a difference for yourself. That's today. Today is making a difference for yourself. Tomorrow, I'll ask you to help others. But today's about you. Now, I know you cannot afford to waste money, so we offer a 30-day, 100%, no question asked, money back guarantee. When you decide to use the product and want to share the program with others, we'll give you the tools to do it. And of course, we will pay you. We use what's called the binary force matrix. Joel, if you can get to the next slide, my friend, and we'll go over a little bit about how this whole compensation plan works. Now, this part can get a little hairy, so I want you to stick with me here, everybody. I always tell people, you take care of people, you take care of the product, you take care of what people are interested in, and the money will take care of itself. That said, this is a world where you need a little bit of information, and somebody that just leaves that, you've got to have that little moment of, okay, but show me the money, explain that to me. And that's what I'm going to try to do right here, guys. So you see a graph in front of you. A binary matrix is a multi-tiered organization that has a specific amount of spaces on each tier or level. No one can have more than 2 people directly below them. So this means that everyone else will fall below one of your 2 sides. We call them legs instead of sides. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Sorry about that. So you'll have a left leg and a right leg. Okay? So you have 2 legs, a left leg and a right leg, and when you sign up a third person, they would be placed directly under the person on your left leg because that's the next available space. The 4th would fall under the same person because, again, that's the next available space. The 5th and 6th would fall under the person on your right leg. Now, here's where it can get interesting and confusing at the same time. Remember, people coming in will try to grow their business as well. So by the time you get to your 3rd member, your 3rd person who comes in, the person on your left may have already signed up 2 people on their own. So the next 2 available spaces are actually full. And you need to place them somewhere in your organization and have the ability to easily do that with our easy-to-use placement system. We call it a holding tank. Again, why not just leave it the way it is? Well, what if someone directly above you signs up 5 people and places them under you? You'll have some spaces occupied and others open. At the same time as that happens, one of the people you sign up signs up 5 people. Well, now it gets tougher to visualize how your organization is going to look because it will be scattered around a bit, but there's going to be a lot of extra people in there that you had really nothing to do with. You had something to do with them, but they're there. You need the chance to place your referrals where they are going to suit your organization best, because it does, in fact, make a difference. If you're reading ahead as I'm talking, this will help you understand some more. We pay commission based on cycles. And let me explain what a cycle is. Now, a moment ago I said that you have 2 legs. The legs do not grow evenly. For a number of reasons, it will not only be possible, but very likely that one leg winds up with more people on it than the other. Just depends on what people on either side do. The leg with more people is called the strong leg, and the leg with less people, we refer to it as the weak leg. You may have one leg with 400 members and the other leg with 200 members. The 400-member leg is the strong leg, the 200-member leg is your weak leg, and the result is 100 cycles. Now, a cycle is completed when we take 4 members from your strong leg and partner them up with 2 members from your weak leg. In the case I just mentioned, 400 on the strong leg and 200 on the weak leg would allow me to create 100 cycles, because I can take 4 people from strong and match, I can take 400 people from the strong and match them with 200 from the weak, a total of 100 times. But if I woke up one morning, though, to discover my strong leg suddenly grew to 1,000 overnight because someone on the strong side went extra crazy and brought in a whole bunch of people, well, I need more members on my weak leg now, because I can still only get paid on 100 cycles. Once I finish matching the 200 on my weak leg with 400 on my strong leg, I am left with 600 people on my strong leg where I'm not making anything off of. But I didn't necessarily do anything to get those people in, so I'm always going to be paid for my direct work. But this is where things get to be interesting, and this is how timing comes to effect. This is where being early has such a huge benefit, because this will happen, and it has happened to a ton of people who are on this call. Now you can go out and refer 2 people, place them on your weak leg, and complete a cycle with just 2 signups, whereas it will normally take 6, because you had all those extra people sitting over there with no partners. So you earn $20 on every completed cycle. So for the person with the 400 on the strong and 200 on the weak, that not perfectly balanced organization that completes 100 cycles, they make $2,000. With the imbalance in an organization that suddenly sees their strong leg jump up to 1,000 members, you don't lose money, but you can complete a new cycle with every 2 members that you recruit and place onto your weak leg. So if you can go out and get 20 referrals that week and place them all on your weak leg, you'll see a $200 per month increase in your commissions. So, I mean, the massive opportunity really is now. When people are placed below you that you did not personally refer, we call it spillover. And if we grow this business to 10 million members, which I still believe are small numbers in comparison to the 600 million people who are online and are clinically obese, I think 10 million is a very reasonable number to get to. I can't emphasize enough the benefit of being here and being in when we have less than 10,000 members, as compared to when we have reached full maturity as a company. The potential for spillover is at the all-time high early. So now is the time when the largest returns can be made for people who are not already professional marketers. You may be the first to hear of this, however, soon everyone will have heard of this, and this will be through viral marketing. By the time we're a household name, the opportunity will still be there, but the opportunity people have now will truly be gone forever. Viral marketing pays off the biggest for the people who start the virus, okay? So you've all been part of chain letters via email, whether you forward them or not. You've been touched by viral marketing, and always remember there was at least one time a single source that was eventually seen by millions. This is where you are now, and this is why it's critically important that you take action now. At the end of this call, you'll get a chance to register, and in a moment I'm actually going to show you a link where you can have a look and register while the rest of the call goes on, and Joel really explains and gets into the nitty-gritty of how you can get in the best shape of your life in 7 minutes 3 times a week, because without a great product, compensation plan isn't going to do a whole lot for you, but you're going to need to stick around and learn about that, and you can join the team that will fight obesity and attack the things that at the root of obesity, embed themselves in, and turn your prospects around. Okay, so Joel, if you can just get to my next slide, please, and I'm probably just going to finish up here with this portion of the of the call. So like Joel said earlier, you are in the right place at the right time. Everyone who's successful benefited from this at one time or another, and they'll all tell you the same thing. They were in the right place at the right time at one point in their lives. And people who have never been in the right place at the right time are no longer in this room, because this is it for all of us. It's not about joining the movement. We need you to become the movement. It's not jump on my bandwagon. It's I need to grow this bandwagon, folks. We need to make sure that we combine our resources, combine ourselves as a team, and move this forward. And that's why the compensation plan is important. It pays out to infinite levels. It can go down forever. This doesn't cap out at level 10, level 20, level 50. You're truly paid like the company's paid. And personally, I get paid in two ways. I have to get off this phone and tell my wife why I didn't put the kids to bed, and that's because I'm working and making money. And secondly, when I put my head in the pillow and kiss my kids goodnight and tell them that I did a good job today when I was at work and why I wasn't with them, what do they understand? They don't understand money. They understand that Daddy was helping people. Okay? Yeah. Okay, Joel. I'll put it over to you, my friend. There's the link, guys, and I'm going to put it in the text chat. So I'm proud to have you here, and I'm proud to be part of this program. So I'll let Joel continue on with everything else. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome and very well said, Chris. There's just a couple things I want to talk to people about. I've been running viral campaigns online now for 12 years. And there's one thing that I hate about viral networking, network marketing, affiliate marketing, whatever you want to talk about it, is this is, in my opinion, when something becomes a pyramid scheme. Okay? This is simple economics, folks, and this is where the internet has changed things and made things amazing. Okay? Here's where I draw the line at something that could be a pyramid scheme versus something that's legitimate network marketing. If you look at a product and that product is cheaper in a retail storefront, okay, let me say that again. If you look at a product that's being done in any sort of networking fashion and you can get that same product in a retail storefront for cheaper, then in my opinion, the opportunity doesn't hold water. Does everybody in this room agree with me that products in any marketplace have to be competitively priced? And two, they have to be of extremely high value, right? So if not for the opportunity, could you use the product? So, and it's an astounding yes here. Why, guys? Go start a Jenny Craig franchise. It'll cost you between $200,000 and $400,000. And, you know, it's very non-competitive. Here, you're looking at a one-time fee of $149.97. Chris, if you want to put the link in the text chat again, what I want to do, and that's what holds water, folks. I want you to really understand this. In the next couple of slides, we're going to show you exactly the product. I'm going to also keep my promise and show you why 7 minutes works and why this will hold water for years and years and years, forever from this point on. What I'd like to do is just bring up one more person, Ned Ray. Now, Ned has had the flu over the past couple of days, but he has already, even before we went in public, built a very, very large organization already. So, Ned, I just want you to come up and just share your thoughts on this whole program. And then, guys, we're going to move forward, and I'm going to show you how you can get in the best shape of your life and why 7 minutes works. It's got to work. If it doesn't work, then we don't have a great product. If you don't have a great product, you don't have a great opportunity. Ned, over to you just for a moment.
Can you hear me okay? You don't see anything in the chat box, so I'm assuming I'm coming in all right. All right, super, super. You know, last October, we went down to San Antonio and talking with Joel at a conference that he had going on down there, he told Cheryl and I about 7 minute workout. Now, I'm fairly large. I had some real severe health problems in 2009. Consequently, I lost everything in my business, and my health just went south. I had to have a liver transplant, and then you know, got real scared of going outside and whatnot because even the smallest germ can make me ill. So I was looking for something, And when Joel told me about 7-minute workout, I said, all right, there's something I can do. I don't have to go to the gym and take a chance of getting ill. And then when I really looked at the program, I was jacked out of my mind. Now, folks, when you look at any type of opportunity, you should judge it with 5 criteria. Are you there at the right time, in the right place, with the right support systems and tools, the right product, and the right compensation plan? When I saw this compensation plan, because I had worked a company with the exact same compensation plan, and it put me, it did really well by me. So I got excited about the program. I'm also excited about the product. Don't get me wrong. You know, without your health, money doesn't mean anything. Like I said, I am jacked out of my mind about what 7 minutes doing to my life and what 7 minutes is doing for my financial life as well. So, you know, being at the right place at the right time is great. However, being at the right place at the right time doesn't necessarily mean success. You must take action. So, you know, I'm out there, I'm taking action, I'm doing everything I know how to do. You know, the old Ned is coming back. I'm out there networking with people, and it's just amazing what's starting to unfold. And I'm just Joe Average, you know, so if I can do this, if I can become coachable, trainable, and teachable, so can each and every one of the people on this call tonight. You know, just plug into the system. They've got everything done for us. All we got to do is follow the system. So, you know, Joel, thank you for giving me my 15 seconds of fame. I appreciate it, and I'm going to throw it right back to you.
Thank you very much, Ned. So again, guys, we're talking about viral marketing online, but the key to the success of any program, and Ned, I really appreciate you and Cheryl very much, is keeping it simple. So what is 7-minute workout? Well, it's an exercise program that is very unique because you only need to do it 7 minutes a day, 3 times per week. And yes, it guides you through every aspect of what you do. So if you decided to become a member tonight, the first thing you're going to see when you log in is a video from Chris and I. That video is going to guide you through the members area, which is very, very simple to use and follow. So it's an exercise program. It's a healthy choice program that takes thinking out of it completely, based off on a proprietary point system, okay? So when you first log in, you're going to see, first and foremost, something called a fit profile, okay? Now this isn't, I should redo this slide. Now the fit profile up here is based upon what your current fitness is now. So maybe you need to gain weight. Probably most of you need to lose weight. It's based on your height, your weight, your age, your demographics, your fitness level so far, and whether you want to exercise from home or go to a gym. Once you fill out that fitness profile, then you're given your catered video, very easy to follow exercise program, okay? Very, very, very important, okay? So and very simple to follow. So once you create your fit profile, then it gives you all the tools you need to track your success. So you're going to have all types of videos that are step-by-step on what exactly your 7-minute exercise program is. And then you're going to also have a food tracker on the other side here, which just basically allows you to track what you're eating. And this is not a diet program, guys. It's a simple to follow system with easy lifestyle and manageable changes, okay? And again, I am not uber disciplined. A lot of people say, how can you look the same at 39 when you did when you were 25? It's because it's an easy system to follow, okay? So above and beyond that, guys, we do all types of live calls just like this one, and the social support in the members area is unbelievable. Okay. Now the other thing is too, this program is for anybody. It doesn't matter if you're 65 or 21, whether you're skinny or overweight, or whether you have any type of physical ailments. I just want to bring up one other person, Tracy DiDomenico, who suffers from fibromyalgia, and I know there's a couple other people who suffer in here with diabetes and other problems. Tracy, sorry to, put you on the spot. Do you mind just coming up and sharing some of your experiences doing the program with a chronic illness? All right, it looks like Tracy's microphone. Sorry to catch you off the top like that, Tracy. We'll continue to move forward for now because again we're going on the hour, and I promise not to spend more than an hour with you. And then the other aspect, guys, is a simple guided food tracker. You don't need to know what carbohydrates, fats, or proteins are. You just simply put in the foods you're already eating, okay? And then it gives you simple lifestyle changes to make. And so what are some of those very simple lifestyle changes? Well, you stop drinking Coke or soft drinks, you stop putting tons of butter on your bread. You stop putting tons of jam on your bread. Just simple changes, okay? So it's a really, really awesome program, okay? So, like I promised, who wants to get a little taste of some of the personal instruction you will get as a member of 7 Minute Workout for free right now, guys? I'm going to show you why 7 minutes works. Does that sound cool? And then we'll call it a night. I guarantee you're going to love this, and thanks for staying for this part, folks. You're really, really, really going to enjoy this. I guarantee it. So, get out your notepads. Please get out your notepads, okay? There's 3 things I want you to write down, okay? And this is why I've stayed in such great shape my whole life. Number 1, muscle is magic. Okay, write that down. Okay, number 2, we're going to teach you a little bit about the anatomy of muscle. And number 3, fiber is your friend. Fiber is your friend. Did you know with proper amounts of dietary fiber, every single sugar craving that you'll get completely will disappear? Completely, okay? So let's move forward on that, and you'll lose tons of weight, okay? So let's focus on the muscle is magic part. After the age of 35 to 40, okay? So for some people it's 30, some people it's 45, everybody's different. We naturally lose our muscle mass, okay? We naturally get weaker. About 4 to 10 pounds every 10 years of muscle we lose. Now, the reason we lose that muscle, and everybody does, is because of a natural drop in our hormone levels. It's actually primarily because of the loss of testosterone levels in both males and females. Yes, ladies, your muscle mass is predicated by testosterone as well. Now, you don't have as much of it as men. That's why you're not as big as a man, okay? Now, I want you to write this down. This is very, very important, okay? If there's anything you take away from this call, I want you to take this away. For every pound of muscle that you have, it burns 100 calories a day, okay? That's why a lot of you don't look the same when you were 20, okay? You've lost 4 to 10 pounds of muscle, okay? And every pound of muscle is metabolically active, okay? So for every pound of muscle you've lost over the years since you were a very young teenager, okay, you're burning 100 calories less per day. Now, here's the awesome thing. With 7 Minute Workout, proper exercise, only 7 minutes a day, 3 times per week, you can gain the 10 pounds of muscle that you lost when you were younger. Now, 10 pounds of muscle times 100 calories, okay, because 1 pound of muscle burns about 100 calories a day, you're going to be burning an extra 1,000 calories a day doing nothing. Okay? Let me say that again. Through the specific exercise program of 7 minutes, only 3 times a week, You will gain the muscle that you had when you were younger, and you'll start burning an extra 1,000 calories a day. How many people after the age of 30 started to naturally gain weight? Put a Y in the text chat. You didn't change your diet, you didn't change too many things, but you were lean when you were younger, and you just started to gain weight. Okay? The reason you gained that weight is because of that. Your testosterone levels fell, your muscle mass fell, you started burning less calories per day, but you kept the same food intake per day. Now here's the best part of this, okay? With the specific trainings of 7-minute workout, you can get that 10 pounds of muscle you lost back, and you're now going to burn an extra 1,000 calories a day. That's the equivalent of about 1.5 hours. Yes, 1.5 hours of treadmill every single day doing nothing. That's why this is not a diet program. Could you imagine raising your metabolism by 1,000 calories a day? There's 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat, folks. Okay, write that down. 3,500 calories in 1 pound of fat. You would go and increase your metabolism by 1,000 calories a day, you're going to now be burning an extra pound of fat every 3.5 days. Okay? So if you gain 10 pounds of muscle with that, okay, it will be the equivalent of doing 1.5 hours of treadmill every single day. Now I have to ask you a question, guys. Would you rather be doing 1.5 hours of treadmill every single day or 7 minutes of exercise 3 times per week to get the same results? I think it's a no-brainer, right? Everybody would rather be doing very short duration exercise, right? Just makes sense. And again, so, you know, a lot of people thought I was a gym rat. I wasn't. Very specific exercises 3 times per week, okay? Now, number 2, this is why 7 minutes works. I want you to write this down as well. You got to understand the anatomy of muscle. There's 2 types of muscle fibers in the human body. There's slow twitch, high endurance fibers, and there's fast twitch, very explosive fibers, okay? High endurance fibers are slow twitch muscle fibers are high endurance fibers, very similar to the runner right here on the right-hand side who's from, looks like he's from Finland. He's got a Finland flag on, okay? The other person is a sprinter. The sprinter has a lot of type 2 fast twitch, highly explosive, highly powerful muscle fibers in their body, okay? Now, the muscle fibers that have the greatest potential for muscle growth are your type 2 fibers, the highly explosive, very powerful fibers. Now, we all have both in our bodies. So these are extreme differences in body type, okay? The guy who's the endurance runner uses his slow twitch muscle fibers for hours and hours on end, and then the sprinter who has a lot of type 2 explosive fast twitch fibers runs 100 meters very quickly and then he's exhausted. Both are very lean, okay? But coming back to the last slide, folks, because I want to educate you here and understand this. Both are very lean, but because the sprinter has more muscle, who has a faster metabolism at rest? Put the endurance runner or the sprinter? Put the answer in the text chat for me if you're following the education here. Who has a faster metabolism at rest? Correct. One person said the endurance runner. It's the sprinter. The sprinter has a faster metabolism at rest because he has more muscle. Remember, 1 pound of muscle will burn an extra 100 calories per day. Okay? This is where the fitness giants have failed you. This is why diets fail. You go into a dietitian, you start your diet, you lower your calories. When you lower your calories, you lower your metabolism. When you lower your metabolism, you lose muscle mass. And it becomes a very vicious circle. Then you lower your calories a little bit more, then you lower your metabolism a little bit more, then you lose a little bit more muscle mass. Can you see why diets fail? What you need to do through specific exercise is get that muscle back, okay? And it's so easy to do that, okay? So, understanding the anatomy of muscle. Fast twitch muscle fibers have a much better potential for muscle growth and therefore will burn more calories at rest. Here's the cool thing. There's one stimulus that causes muscle growth. Sort of like hitting a stick of dynamite, folks, or lighting the fuse on a stick of dynamite. You can sit there and tap that dynamite all day long, but unless you light the fuse of that dynamite, it won't explode. Here's what's cool. Just like the sprinter who runs the 100 meters and is exhausted at the end of that, that's how you need to exercise. A higher intensity, but very low duration. And it's also part of something that's innate in us. It's called the fight or flight response. Okay, the fight or flight response. Would you rather exercise for about 10 seconds with high intensity and get the same benefit, but actually even better benefit than doing an hour and a half worth of treadmill? Okay, because think about it. If you're doing an hour and a half of treadmill, okay, understand this. You're working your type 2 high or type 1 high endurance muscle fibers. They don't get any bigger. So what's happening is you're only burning calories while you're doing the treadmill. When you build more muscle and that muscle is on you all the time, then you're burning a lot more calories at rest. So understand this. Exercise provides the stimulus for improvement. Rest is what creates the improvement and the benefit. Now here's the biggest lie out there. Women will get too muscular. That's impossible. We've all seen those muscle ladies that are bigger than me. That's really, to be honest with you guys, from performance enhancing drugs, okay? Women are in full control of what they want their body to look like, okay? Now, I want to show you a quick video. How many people in this room want to understand why they've started an exercise program for whatever reason, have never been able to stick to it? Are you one of those people in the past who's started a program and then eventually just quit? I'm going to show you a quick video now of why you've always quit your exercise program and why it's not your fault, why you've hated it, and this video is going to show you why you can learn to like it. So let me bring that up for you, okay? So we're going to switch over to video here. I'm going to play this video, and I'm going to stay quiet just for a moment while this video plays. So I want you to take a good look at this slide here. And this is why you've never been able to stick to an exercise program before. On the far left is baseline, okay? And on the bottom is the days and after exercise. So if you are training on day 0, right on the very far left blue line, okay? At the end of day 1, which is the first day after you've finished your exercise program, which is basically down here, you can see my mouse here, right down here. Then you're in a very high state of catabolism, right here, okay? Now what happens is the muscles stay in a state of catabolism for up to 5 days. Now, what most people do is they train. What do? They train down here on day 1, and then they train again on day 2, and then they train again on day 3, and they might take day 4 off. This is what you need to do. Is let's say we're training our chest muscle. Well, this is baseline on day 1 over here. And we come all the way down and we train the muscle, and then one day after the exercise is when we're in a severe catabolic state, because remember, exercise breaks the muscles down. Then the body will adapt and start to recuperate, and then it's at the point, like we say right here at this arrow, it's at the point where your muscles are no longer sore, that you've stayed at that baseline level, okay? It's about 5 days, sometimes even 6 days after, or right at the point where you're not sore, where the muscles actually go into a state of anabolism and grow, recuperate, and create a new baseline. Your muscles are bigger at the top over here. Okay? So, point of where you're no longer sore. So what do most people do? They stay in a state of catabolism all the time. Okay? If you're staying in a state of catabolism all the time, it's again going to create those emotions of, I don't like this stinks, I don't want to continue to do it again. Okay? So the key is to do short duration exercise and then don't hit that same body part for 10 more days. So does that make sense, folks? The reason why you've learned to hate your exercise program is you stay in a state of catabolism. Catabolism drops your L-dopamine levels. It drops your feel-good hormones in your body. When the feel-good neurotransmitters in your brain start to fall, it creates an emotional state of dislike. And that's why when you started an exercise program, for all intents and purposes, you wanted to stick to it, but you actually trained too much. Write this down, okay? Write this down. Exercise provides the stimulus for improvement, but it's the time away from the gym that provides all the benefit. Let me say that again. Exercise provides the stimulus for improvement, as we say right here, but it's the rest that creates the improvement and the benefit. So if you're constantly exercising, and that's what happens, right? People say, oh, that's it, I'm going to do it. It's my New Year's resolution, I'm going to start exercising. They go at it for a while, and then they stop. Why? They put themselves in a catabolic state. When you're in a catabolic state, you become depressed. When you the right amount, train and exercise just the right amount, 7 minutes a day, 3 times per week in a specific fashion, is you stay in an anabolic state and you actually get what's called like a runner's high. You actually like the exercise. Does that make sense to everybody? Just put a Y in the text chat if that sort of makes sense, because it's very, very important, okay? When you're catabolic, you get depressed. And if you're constantly exercising, you're constantly catabolic, and that's it. Okay, on to the next thing. Here's the other aspect. So now you've learned by gaining a little bit of muscle, you bring your metabolism back up to what it was like at youthful levels. You start to burn more calories at rest. You naturally start to lose weight. Number 3, write this down. Write this down. Very, very important. Fiber is your friend. So let me ask you a question. Forgetting about appetite or hunger or sugar cravings or whatever it might be, what is easier to do? Eat less or eat more and have to burn those calories off? The answer is obvious, right? Obesity is caused by being sedentary, lowering your metabolism, and eating way too much. Here's a little tip for you guys that's going to help you lose 20 to 30 pounds. I guarantee it. 96% of the human population with today's processed foods. What does processed means? It means totally pre-digested. Every single one of you in this room, except for the ones that are following the program now, are completely fiber deficient. Okay? Now look at our nomadic days, 100,000 years ago. What did we eat? We ate things that grew from the ground, and we ate protein from animals that we killed. No one, can we all agree, guys? No one in our nomadic days was overweight back then, ever. Now, was there exercise programs back then? No. Did we walk around a lot looking for food? Yeah, of course. We did a little bit of exercise, but remember, those were those high-endurance muscle fibers that they were using. Here's the only difference, dietary-wise, since back then, okay, is they an individual, a friend of mine said, you know, when you're in an airplane and you look down at the ground, okay, what is the number one color that you see from an airplane? It's green, right? Okay, when there's no rain, it's going to be a little brown, but primarily green. And he said, and it makes so much sense, isn't that God's way of telling you what you need to put the most of into your body? Fiber and greens? Think about that, guys. Doesn't God leave clues about what you need to put into your body? Now, here's the cool thing. My wife is naturally very slim. Here's why she's very slim. She eats a lot of salads, okay? And because those salads are high in greens and high in dietary fiber, her appetite stays suppressed and she stays very lean. I hate salads. Can't stand them. Never eat them. So here's the cool thing, and I'm going to put it in for you, and a little bit of extra dietary fiber. A good one is Consul. Go to consul.com. Into your diet. Starting very slow with a teaspoon will actually help you. And let me just explain that. Why fiber works, okay? Let me just come back to this slide here for a second. This is what dietary fiber does, okay? Dietary fiber is insoluble. It's not digestible by the human body in any way, shape, or form, okay? You can't digest it at all, okay? Yeah, we got to buy shares in Consul, yeah, I'm telling you. This is what happens. Okay, first, guys, just can you all agree that probably every single one of you does not eat enough dietary fiber naturally anymore with all the processed foods in the world? Put a Y in the text chat, okay? Processed foods is what's caused all the diabetes in the world today. All of the diabetes. Here's why. A processed food is a pre-digested food. So what happens is that processed food gets into your stomach, okay? And because it's already pre-digested, your digestive system doesn't have to work very hard to break it down. What happens is because it breaks down very, very quickly, it gets into your bloodstream very, very quickly. It causes a huge rise in blood sugar. Your body responds by releasing a ton of insulin to bring that blood sugar back down, okay? That's what causes diabetes, okay, is the constant processed foods. Your body overreacts by releasing tons of insulin to bring that blood sugar back down to normal. The greatest stimulus that causes you to be hungry are those fluctuating blood sugar levels, okay? And what happens is over time, two things happen. One, the beta cells of your pancreas can no longer produce insulin. They've exhausted themselves. Or the receptor on the muscle cell responsible for storing that sugar into the muscle becomes resistant, okay? It's like being addicted to coffee, okay? The very first coffee you ever had gave you phenomenal energy. And the next day, the energy wasn't quite as good. And then the third day, and then next thing you know, you build up a tolerance, and then next thing you know, to get the same effect from coffee, you have to have a pot of it every morning, right? Does that sound familiar to a lot of you? It's the same thing when you release too much insulin from eating all those processed foods, okay? Your body constantly releases insulin, and it releases it so much and so often from the beta cells of the pancreas that your body becomes immune to it, and then all of a sudden you need more insulin. How many people in this room have heard of insulin resistance or blood sugar resistance, and you're on a medication right now, not insulin, you're not on insulin, but you're on a little pill to help you regulate your blood sugar? Put a Y in the text chat if you're one of those individuals right now. Okay? Here's your wake-up call. Here is your wake-up call. Okay? Dawn, that's right. Dawn helps teach diabetes. It's your wake-up call, folks. The next thing that's going to happen is eventually, your beta cells are going to become completely exhausted. They're going to die off. You're never going to be able to produce insulin again, and then you're on insulin injections for life. Now, this one simple tip of dietary fiber can change everything. Here's why. So let's take that processed food, because I know a lot of you aren't going to get off the processed food. They're just too easy to eat, right? Again, these are about little healthy changes, not massive changes that are going to change your life, okay? So let's change the scenario. All you do is take a teaspoonful of dietary fiber about 10 minutes before you eat your meal. Now, because that fiber is not digestible by the human body, then you eat your meal, and then the dietary fiber and the food that you just ate get mixed up into your stomach, okay? It gets mixed up into a ball or a bolus in your stomach. What happens is that food now starts to pass into your intestines, okay? Here's what dietary fiber does. It puts up a firewall, if you will, between your intestinal wall and the food. So it slows down the process of which the food gets broken down into sugar, passes through the intestine, and gets put into your bloodstream, all right? Because you're mixing something that's not digestible by the human body with something that is digestible, so it makes it harder to digest. Does that make sense, folks? Put a Y in the text chat if that makes sense. When you take dietary fiber and then you take it just before your meal, it makes it harder to digest that food. The harder it is to digest a food, the longer it takes for that food to get into your bloodstream. The longer it takes for that food to get into your bloodstream, the more level your blood sugar is. Studies have shown people who take adequate dietary fiber in their diets have naturally eaten about 30% less calories than somebody who does. Why? Dietary fiber is insoluble, makes it harder to digest. The harder it is to digest something, the less hungry you are, and the more full your belly fills, and the less your blood sugar starts to spike. It's that simple. Now, that said, guys, okay, I know I've got some attention of some people here. That's what makes this system so very different. Okay, is we're going to educate you through the process so that you become experts. How many people who are new in this room feel like they just learned some really great tips as to why, one, they've never been able to stick to their exercise program, and two, how easy it is with just a little bit of dietary fiber to help eliminate those terrible cravings? Education is power. Okay? Never mind the Thigh Master, never mind the shaking weights, never mind all the fads and gimmicks and scams that come through the television. The only thing that's going to change your life forever is proper education with great social support and easy to follow exercise videos. That's what makes the difference. And that's what we're doing here at 7minuteworkout.com. And with your help, by getting educated, you can pass that education on to other people and help us eliminate diabetes and obesity for good. That's our legacy, and that's our mandate. So, we're looking for business builders. We're looking for passionate people tonight who want to become more educated, get in the best shape of your life through proper education that's easily duplicatable and an easy lifestyle change. And again, I have to say this, if not for the opportunity, could you utilize this product? And the answer is yes. Compared into the marketplace, Jenny Craig, $400,000 to get started. Here, it's only $149.97, and then only $24.97 per month to get started. The link, the support is in the members area, Linda. It's all over the place in there. So remember at the start of this call, folks, I said, I'm not going to base this on hype. I'm going to base it on sound scientific principles and wanting to leave a legacy. You can get the fiber at Walmart. You can get it at Walgreens. You can get it just about anywhere. Consil is an amazing fiber product that will help change your life. And it does work. Guys, remember I showed you a picture of when I was 39 years old, okay? Almost 39. Let me come back to that picture here just for a sec. A lot of people say, oh, Joel, you've got phenomenal genetics. No, I don't. Oh, Joel, you have phenomenal discipline. No, I don't. What you see there, and again, this isn't to toot my own horn, guys. It's not to impress you, but to impress upon you. Proper education is what will change your life forever. Why I look like that at age 39, I'll be 39 on July 7th, is because I know what to do, and 7 minutes a day, that's a product of 7 minutes of exercise 3 times per week and proper amounts of dietary fiber. Chris, can you put the link in the text chat for people again? It's 7minuteworkout.com/go. That's it. That's all. We're looking for yes, I am looking for business builders. We will have a consumer site out soon where we will give people a $1 trial. Okay? But right now we're in the phase of looking for people who get it. You get that there's a problem with obesity in this world. You get that most of the stuff out there are scams and gimmicks. And you get what I've showed you tonight is simple lifestyle changes that can change your health. And through the viral marketing, change your wealth as well. Hope that makes sense, guys. Chris, back over to you, my friend. Whoops, I think Chris got booted out of the room here. He told me that he was having power problems. So, I mean, I'm just going to leave it there, folks, for you. Yeah, don't use Metamucil. It's got a lot of aspartame in it. Oh, there's Chris. He's back. Okay, no problem. I just wanted to turn it over to you, Chris, just for a minute to see if there's anything that you wanted to say at the last minute, anything that I missed. But guys, we would love to have you on the team. And by the way, 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee, okay? Absolute 30-day unconditional, no questions asked, money-back guarantee. So go to 7minuteworkout.com/go. It's a no-brainer. Get on board with us. We want people that get it. Chris, over to you.
Thank you, Joel. That is great information as always, and it's always great when I hear these calls because we talk a lot about fitness, and I get to hear you explaining this a lot to other people, and really just to listen to it again and again really makes a big difference in the long term. Yeah, Tracy actually just sent me a message on another system here, and it's important to notice, to point out that there is no contract. It's 30-day money-back guarantee on the 149, and then after that it's $24.95 a month for as many months as you decide to stay involved. As soon as you decide to opt out, you're out. You can cancel billing right away. That said, is that this is not something where you're going to say, oh, it's per year. No, it's per month, and our job is to keep you there. Now, and this is, again, I run my whole business like this. I've built my martial arts schools like this. I let you through the door and let you out as soon as you want to go. And I think that way people aren't afraid to come in. And that's really what we want to do, is we want to make sure we don't turn anybody away. Tracy just put it in there again to underline the point. There is absolutely no contract. There is no guaranteed you have to pay 16 months, this is a payment plan. No, it's per month, and it's a per month charge. And I ran my business, my martial arts school, the same way. If you didn't want to come anymore, there's the door. And I don't mean that in a negative way. You don't have to come. My job is, of course, or our job is to point out that this program is fantastic, guarantee our program by backing it up and saying that we will give you your money back if you're not satisfied, and the moment you're not happy, you can walk. So really, there is no ability for us to trick anyone with anything. It's a pure issue of we earn what we collect. And the nice thing about the comp plan is that you get paid as we get paid. People get paid out on volume of their entire organizations. And Joe, that's the buddy system. Oh, geez. We didn't get into the buddy system and after all this information. Oh, boy. Well, I'm just going to quickly mention the buddy system. Joel's been watching the text chat, and then maybe I'll put it over to Joel. But the buddy system was a key component, and it was suggested by one of our early Maverick beta testers saying that wouldn't it be nice to do this with a friend? And we thought, Eureka, yeah, this is nice to do with a friend. In fact, when I have a training partner, I go to the gym. And I remember in high school, we'd send notes in class. For any young people, don't send notes in class. It's not good to do. But we would send notes. Joel and I would send a note to class. Hey, you're going to meet me at the gym, or hey, you're going to come to Taekwondo tonight. And you didn't want to be the guy that responded with no. So of course you say yes. Somebody else is meeting you there. It's an appointment now. Somebody's going to get stood up if you don't participate. So having a buddy within your own membership at 7 Minute Workout is key. And what that means is when you register at 7 Minute Workout, if you register right now, you can add a second person to your account. There's going to be a second profile set up within your account, your so-called buddy. It's not a commissioned position. If that person wants to go out and build a separate business from you, they would have to register their own account. If they want to assist you within your business or just participate in the business themselves, they're going to be able to set up a full customized membership just like yours and be able to use the program, and it's a 2-for-1 offer. So husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, friends, buddies, whoever you want can get in on it with you and use the program and have a good time with it. So Joel, I see there's a few questions coming in, my friend. I'm going to pass it over to you. It's been an hour and 20 minutes into this call. I can see the questions coming in, and nobody fell asleep. So good job as always. That's great. And like I say, if you need me to come back up, I'd be happy to.
Yeah, guys, it's a completely turnkey system. We provide you all the marketing tools, all the things that you need to become successful with this, and that's our guarantee. If you're not successful, come to us in 30 days. We'll give you every single penny back, okay? That's it. That's all. That's our guarantee to you guys. It's a really, really amazing program, okay? And like Rodney said, guys, this is the truth, okay? opportunities like this don't come around very often. I know there's some of you out there, you're just hesitant, right? You're just hesitant because you've been, shown other opportunities before. But again, $12.49 per user. That's it. That's all. So I think what we're going to do, Chris, because, in the interest of time, it's been an hour and a half already, folks. I'm going to call it a night. Join us, please, tonight at 7minuteworkout.com. That's all spelled out. 7minute, M-I-N-U-T-E, workout.com/go. Okay? So first round of commissions are being paid at the end of this month, on the July 1st. Right after the weekend. So anyway, folks, I'm going to turn off the text chat again, just because it's going so fast. Just want to thank you again, guys. Even if you don't join us tonight, I hope I educated you with some little changes that you can make in your diet and in your exercise program to give you the success that you deserve. So thank you, everybody, for being here. We're going to call it a night. I'm going to turn off the text chat for now, and we'll see you again next time, folks. Bye for now. Have yourself an awesome, awesome evening.